Welcome back. This is River Rat Shanty Shack, and I am going to talk today. This video is about removing the engine, looking it over, and discussing the motor mount. Now, this motor mount, when I bought this boat, had a broken place on the weld. I think I mentioned that in another video. But anyway, I got this lift, very reasonable price on Craigslist, so I was happy to get that. Got the engine off. I'm looking, and I'm seeing these coils right here look like they're relatively new, and most of this is pretty clean. I really don't see anything here that might be a problem, and you know, the bending spring works good on the starter. Everything is pretty clean. It looks like they've been using it and taking care of it, so no loose connections. I may have to clean out the carburetor. Other than that, solenoid looks good. Everything looks good. So we're going to be working on that another time. Now, here, trying to get some good angles with these cameras. Got a bit of an overcast today, but I'll point out what's wrong. First of all, you can probably see this bend here. You can probably see this bend here where the bottom of the outboard motor pushed in. There were some thin boards on either side. They were crushed. There was a bunch of angle bolted here, which may at one time been some way to mount an auxiliary kicker motor or what have you. But the way it was configured, I couldn't see how. Anyway, there's a bunch of extra stuff I didn't need on there. The bolt was missing. I put in a bolt. That can be adjusted a little more. So the brake is here at this weld. So I'm going to reinforce it from one end to the other with a bar, and probably from this channel under here to the next rib over, or 2 or 3 ribs over, maybe a piece of angle aluminum. Have that welded up. Then I'll put a thicker board in here, like a 2x8, maybe a 2x6. Straighten some of this up a little bit, and should be good to go. So that's going to require me taking the boat to an aluminum manufacturer somewhere, and you know, have it all fixed up, and hopefully it's not going to cost too much, because heck, my budget's really tight, and I'm spending money like I didn't want to. So, okay, we're going to come around to the front, and I'm going to show you just about the only little bit of improvement I've done since the last video. I've added that board, which is the face of the overhang, and it's still not complete. I have notched it out. You can barely see it. Maybe I can zoom that in, and you can see, yeah, you can see where it's notched in. That's because the board, I made it wider so that the bottom will line up with these other ones and still be pretty strong. So I still have 2 more ribs to put across there, and I'm going to do exactly the same thing to the back. So that'll be taking care of that. Here's a little more lumber. This is going to be used to frame out the side windows. This is going to be the 1-bys that will extend what you see up there. That should be going all the way out to the end and butt into that board, and then it'll be screwed in place. The other thing I've gotten, I found this on Craigslist as well. It's a 24-inch by 40-foot metal that's used for railings around pontoon boats. So I'm not going to have a railing, so I'm going to use it to cover from under the roof 2 feet down all the way around, and then the bottom here under the windows and whatever solid walls I have will have vertical, vertical siding, wide boards, maybe with some battens in between, something to make it look more like a shack. I've got a window leaning up over there. That's going to be my bathroom window, and that's about it. I'm going to cover that up. We got a cloudy day today. I think they're expecting some rain. I'm going to cover up the motor. I'll work on that a little at a time. I didn't want to mess with starting it yet until I get the bracket fixed and all that. Let's see what else we got. I still want to pressure test these pontoons before I bring the boat, so I'm going to put a T-fitting in here with a gauge. I'm going to load it up with 3 or 4 pounds of air, close it off. I'll watch it overnight. If it leaks down, there's probably a leak somewhere. I'll pressurize it again and use a soapy solution to check all the seams. And wherever I find one, I'll mark it, and we'll have that welded as well while the motor mount's being welded and beefed up a little bit. Okay, the last thing I have today. Okay, I wanted to keep this video kind of short because I didn't have a whole lot of new construction on the Shanty Shack, but I wanted to give a shout out to a guy named Wayne. He runs a YouTube channel, The Real Wayne's World, he calls himself, and he kind of inspired me with his little boat trip down to Mississippi. Inspired me to go ahead and just do what I wanted to do as well. He now runs, this will be more along the lines of something a little different, but he's got a sort of, it's not really a raffle, but it's a giveaway. He's got it's under 30 foot sailboat that's completely outfitted. It's going to be test sailed and everything. He's going to live aboard it for a while, and at the end of the trip down in the Keys, he's going to give it away to one of the donors. All right, everybody gets to donate $20. Now you can't get even a decent fixer-upper for $20. I don't care where you look, and this one's going to be really nice. Now the competition to win it is very low. It's 1,000 times better than the lottery, because you're only going to have 1,000 to maybe 3 at the most, 1,000 people drawing on this thing, and so your chances of winning it are very good. So I would recommend that you go ahead and look at his site, look at some of the stuff he does. He's an adventurer. He's been on motorcycle camp out trips. He's been, sailing before. He's been down the river on a little 18-foot pontoon boat with his dog. He's a pretty good adventurer, and now he's on a new adventure with this sailboat. And he may have another one coming up with that. So if you follow his videos, you'll see what he's up to. Anyway, it's I believe it's called the $20 Boat Project. Either way, I'll put a link down at the bottom, and I would recommend you go. You can donate or not donate. That's up to you. You can donate. So you may have a grandchild, or you may have a son or daughter or a cousin or somebody who would love to have it, and you have no need for it, no use for it. Hey, put in $20 for it, and if you win it, you got a great present to give one of your relatives. So anyway, hopefully that'll make everyone happy if they try that out and win it. Again, I don't know what else to tell you. I haven't done a whole lot on the boat. I've been really busy. As soon as the weather turned nice, boom, Mama's to-do list grew. My grass is getting out of hand. I've already mowed it twice. It's crazy, and it rains a lot lately, so the grass shoots up. So again, I'm really anxious to get this boat done, because I do want to still sail on the first week of June of this month. I don't know. My house is up for sale. I've got property I've sold. I'm trying to find property and do this and keep my kids in school. So I got a lot of work. I'm a stay-at-home dad, so basically Mr. Mom. So I have a lot of work ahead of me, and I'm trying to do all this. I'm just a retired old fat man. I'm getting tired. But anyway, so I hope you enjoyed the video at least somewhat. Please do visit Wayne, The Real Wayne's World. You won't be sorry if you donate $20 and then win it. So, all right, I'm signing off now. This is Andre again at the River Rat Shanty Shack.